The SubiNats festival shown in this episode is run by the New South Wales WRX Club. Track days are at owner's own risk, as are vehicle performance enhancements. Vehicles shown driving at SubiNats were specially prepared and are being driven in controlled conditions with professional drivers. I used to think the romance of the open road was the stuff of legend, another time and most certainly another place. We know better. The open road's still there, just off the freeway, connecting families to towns and stories and what will become some of our fondest memories. Subaru's Great Australian Detour is a celebration of the long way, of looking at the drive as the destination and seeing just how much we can do as we travel from A to B. On this Great Australian Detour, you've heard of the big festivals, Coachella, Burning Man. Now buckle up for SubiNats. SubiNats is run by the New South Wales WRX Car Club, and it's the ultimate track day for Subaru fans and fanatics. It's important to remember that track days are at owner's own risk, as are performance enhancements. And this is what they love to do. Subaru lovers from all over New South Wales unite to spin the bags and get gooey about the Subaru WRX. And I'm taking an overseas pre-production model of the 2022 Subaru WRX all-wheel drive RS manual from SubiNats to the apple of everyone's eye, Bilpin. Around sweeping bends, through eucalypt forests in recovery mode, all the way to Bathurst. And we're taking the best way. A little longer, and a whole lot more beautiful. It is, after all, Subaru's Great Australian Detour. Everyone has a tribe, somewhere. On a drizzly, wet and windy day in Western Sydney, the hardcore Subaru tribe has come together for the first time in a couple of years. This is SubiNats. Have a think about what you like. No, actually, have a think about what you love. And then imagine you could have a whole stack of other people who'd love the same thing as you in the same sort of way. And that's what the SubiNats is like for Subaru drivers. And you get fairly normal sort of foresters. And then you've got, fully slam, the Foz. And it's everything you can imagine. It's all here. And everyone's standing around going, all day. SubiNats is a festival of Subaru enthusiasts coming together to celebrate a love for Subaru that started in Australia almost 50 years ago. From classics to soon-to-be classics, new enthusiasts and legends like rally driver Cody Crocker. The BRZ I'm about to jump into has been specially prepared for the activities at SubiNats and driven in controlled conditions with professional drivers.
Let's just do a lap. Cruise around.
It's really wet.
It is certainly. It's wet. We got the rain today. It's just an added bonus, really, isn't it?
Am I going to cry?
No. You'll have screams of delight and joy and laughter. Hopefully that's what it is.
Oh my God. Was it a little handbraking?
Still lots of grip. We're still carrying a fair bit of speed through all these forks, so
Yeah.
it's a great little
You want to
car.
have less grip?
Sometimes you do. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. But if you're trying to achieve consistent control, the more grip, the better.
Okay.
And so fortunately, we've got lots of grip. Otherwise, if we don't have much grip, then it becomes very slippery and uncontrollable. You know, that's something you've got to be careful of.
Oh, hey! Oh, I wish my dad was here.
Cool. So, how are you feeling?
I'm breathing again now.
All right. Excellent.
Wow.
All right. But yeah, it's lots and lots of fun, this car.
Cody, can you do me a favour? Can you show off?
Yeah.
And I really want to see you show off.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, great. All right. Cool.
I want to be able to give my dad a story.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right.
So we'll have a bit of fun here. This is a good little track. We've had a few laps to warm up.
Yeah.
All right, that's just getting started.
Really?
God.
It's not often you get a chance like this, so best to make the most of it.
I've never done that in a car. I've never done that. That is the best.
After the break, Cody fights his inner wisdom and offers to let me take the wheel on the track. Ah, fun for me, for Cody. As much as lots of us fancy ourselves behind the wheel, we're not actually as good as we think. No, really, it's true. After being thrown around by Cody Crocker, it's time to learn a thing or two from Dean Herridge. He's Subaru's other rally legend.
First and foremost, how did I get this job? Is this a short straw or what?
I don't know.
All right, Mr. Daddo, we're going to teach you how to drive now. I can see.
Are you going to teach me to drive like Cody? No.
What did you work out by going with Cody first? That he's a lunatic?
Yes, and the car's very grippy.
It is grippy. Actually, how good is it?
It's brilliant. It's really fun.
Let's have a crack at trying to keep it neat and tidy and execute so that you really get the thrill factor from it. So, BRZ, obviously, low centre gravity, boxer engine, sports car, like it's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's hook in a little bit. You're grabbing your gears. It's brake early, turn, go, off power, turn. So kick through here, use a bit of the road up, accelerate, then brake. Do your braking now, and then you can hold the turn all the way through and feed on the power. But can you believe how much grip? Well, this is concrete.
I can't believe
wet concrete.
Yeah.
It's like a go-kart, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it is.
Power now, power, power, power. Grab it, grab it.
I want to go this way.
All right, yes. Let's go this course instead.
How good do people think they are at driving and they're not really very good?
Most people.
Yeah.
Most people. Power on. That's it, good job. That's better. Now brake, 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 brake. Good. Turning in. Holding the line, holding off the power now. Off, 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 off.
Wow. Hey, you know we're going to Bathurst, right?
Oh, geez, really?
You've driven Bathurst.
Yes, I have. Awesome. It's a rally road that connects. It's the best, one of the best tracks in the world. All right, we're slowing down. We're stopping.
Let's give it a handbrake.
Sure. Why is your heart racing so much?
I would love to know what my heart rate is.
The thing of Bathurst for me is that because Cody and I come to the world of rallying, which is predominantly on dirt, it's mountainsides, literally sometimes goat tracks. And you get to Bathurst and oh, what do you think the steepness that it is? You have to really respect it. It's like a rally road for us to connect, which you can see why the circuit racers love it so much. So and the thing that the TV doesn't do it justice is literally how steep it all is. So when you go there, it's like, wow, Mountain Straight is literally on a really big gradient. And across the top so flowing, and the difference literally like, the skyline, like a leap of faith.
It's amazing. Yeah. But even going slow in your family car, you're going.
In your family car, and you're ramping up to go, man, maybe you go through here at like 200. Yeah, it's amazing.
I think that might be my new definition of fun. Good, honest, rear-wheel drive, sideways on your drive days kind of fun. Honestly, to drive the car then with you was, I swear, a highlight, a life highlight. I loved it. Now, look, tell me about the WRX. What is it about the WRX with its place in history for the fans?
I can only liken it to when we started to compete and win at World Championship and Australian level of motorsport. It's like this football-style cult following that started. And it's right from the legends like Colin McRae and Ari Vartman, and then Hossenborn locally and Cody and myself driving in a team. It's just got this passion. How do you explain how and why you're a football fan? The lows are lows and the highs are highs. We have that in automotive, and that's a really rare thing. I can't really explain it, but that's the best I can do.
But to drive one, like what's the feeling?
I think
like in all seriousness, there's something about it. So what is the feeling?
It's a driver's car.
Yeah.
You get in it and you can go down south with the family. You can drive like we just did. It does everything.
Yeah.
It's not hero supercar status in regards to price point. The WRX is World Rally Experimental. That's where it came from. It's a Subaru trying to take on the world in motorsport, but yet you can drive it yourself.
And with the saying that it's the most fun you can have with your pants on.
That was a Hossenborn saying, I think, yeah, exactly.
I think so. There's such an array of cars, right? So you've got that $500,000 98, And then you got the only WRX, the new one in the country.
5th generation. This is a pre-production car that we're now showing Australia. Like, people are seeing it for the first time. It's already in pictures, but here is in the flesh at SubiNats. So yeah, the only one at the moment.
If I was going to take it on beautiful winding roads, out to Bathurst or somewhere, like, well, how would it?
It just does everything that you want it to do.
Yeah.
In life, in sport, if stuff happens automatically, you're not thinking about it, it works. And that's what it's like getting into the WRX, the driver's car, the fit in the feel, the seats, the steering wheel, the engagement is there.
Yeah.
And like I said, so from that point of view.
Look at you go.
No, but it is that. That's what everyone here feels the same thing, and generation on generation
Right.
it gets better and better.
And so this really is the only one in the country.
Yeah, literally the only one.
And
in the
so
country.
you're finished with it at what time?
Yeah, are we tagging? You're having to go.
Oh, no, I want to take it.
No, I've seen you out there. You ain't tagged it. You're done for the day.
I'm
Sorry.
taking it. Yeah, I'm going to take it.
You are gonna
I'm
take
going to take it.
Ooh,
I'm going to take
okay.
the only WRX in the country and
Don't drive it like you did on the skid pan here.
oh no, it's all-wheel drive.
Oh, you'll
That's
be
a
fine.
rear-wheel drive.
Okay.
Sweet as.
Look, all the driver aids are in place, I hope. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Dean. Great. At the time, it really was the only new generation WRX in the country. Not so now. Tell you what, though, I'm happily out of the racing suit and can breathe again. So let's celebrate. There's a bakery that you should know about. So the Grumpy Pie is a bit of an institution in the area and it's quite busy. Don't think I'm weird. I bought a loaf of bread to leave in the car because it smells beautiful and I wanted the car to smell beautiful. And then on the advice of Jane, who is a visiting artist, I got the creamy mushroom pie. I was going to go the beef goulash, but no, she was certain about the creamy mushroom. I'm going to let that smell the car up and I'll eat it later. Next stop, Mount Panorama. Maybe. There's a fair bit to see in Bilpin, and the mixed aromas of WRX and new car and fresh bread is making me thirsty. Not quite hillbilly country, Bilpin does feel kind of old-fashioned and crafty, the kind of place you'll find good, homemade fare, like hillbilly cider. Shane, the thing about the Detour is doing things you don't normally do. And cider is something I don't normally do.
Well, it's grown in popularity massively in the last decade or so.
Yeah.
But it's just such a great drink for the climate.
Okay, so you come from wine, right? So you're a farmer, then a winemaker. Is there a science in that you bring from the wine to the cider?
We use the Charmat technique, which is like making a Prosecco, and it really makes it fresh and crisp. And
Now, I know you do tastings, and this is all non-alcoholic cider, so I think
Yeah.
that's one of the nice things, isn't it?
yeah.
You know?
I think the best thing about cider is it makes a delicious non-alcoholic beverage.
So what are we looking for when we drink it? Like, can you be a wine? Can you be a cider snob? You know, and give it the yes. It feels like an apple that's grown on the south side of a northern hill.
Well, I think that's the beauty with the difference between wine and cider. Wine, you describe it with all these fruits and expressions, but with cider, you're looking for the lovely apple and fruit characters, which is the big difference.
But you'd never go, God, it just tastes like my Granny Smith, would you? Because
well, no, not exactly. Yeah.
that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Cheers.
Yeah.
It's definitely fresh. Does it matter which apple it comes from?
Well, it does a bit. We do a cider from the Sweet Julie apple, which is a local apple.
Sweet Julie. That's nice. Yes,
yeah.
tastes like Sweet Julie. You know, I remember her from that grade 5 dance that time. She wouldn't talk to me. She seems to have got better with age.
Yeah. Well, it's named after the neighbour's wife.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
It is.
Sweet Julie?
Yeah.
What's actually a lady called Sweet Julie?
She's a Julie.
Your neighbour is Julie.
She's sweet, and her name's Julie.
And she has her own apples.
That's right.
So this is the Sweet Julie apple cider.
That's right.
Wow. Yeah.
We do a pear as well.
Yeah.
And we do some berry ciders as well. So we've got a summer cider which has got strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries.
Great.
And this is the driver cider. So this is our ginger, which is one of our new releases.
Yeah. Apple ginger cider.
Brewed over ginger. So it's got a
and I
beautiful...
can definitely drive with this.
Oh yeah, that's zero.
So okay, so when the police pull up next to me, the thing is to sit there and give it that. Oh no, I got it up a hillbilly.
Mess with them.
And do you know what I think's great about this is that like it's literally on this road, right? So you can see it.
Yeah.
You get food, get something to eat, take away, eat in, and off you go.
Just tell them it's right where the big log is. So chuck with a big log on it.
That's a heck of a log too. Well, cheers.
Yeah,
Great to meet you.
cheers. Yeah.
And congratulations. It's brilliant.
Thanks for dropping in.
You get the ginger before it even gets in your mouth.
It's a big whack of ginger. It's all natural Buderim ginger in Queensland.
It's the thing with detours, right? If Sweet Julie grows around the corner, you kind of have to try it, don't you? From the tree, I mean. The way nature intended.
In the land of the mountain apple, there are lots of opportunities to pick. Lots and lots of different types of apple. Granny Smith from down there, really good for sauces. This is the Sweet Julie, just, oh my God. It should be a sweet, crisp Julie. Sweet, fresh, crisp Julie.
If Bilpin is the land of the mountain apple, then Bill is one of the locals who makes it so. An apple farmer of international repute, he's the man who discovered Sweet Julie. Would you be surprised to know it's also a bit of a love story?
Bill, it is wrong to think that apples are apples when you see them out here like this, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, there's 12 different varieties we have, and there's a lot more than that. And they vary in flavour. You can get very sweet ones, sugar acid balance.
And then you got the Sweet Julie as well.
Yeah, well, Julie is an apple that we discovered here as a chance seedling.
Yeah.
It's very sweet, very red, very grower friendly. Named it after my wife because I didn't want to name it after an ex-girlfriend or
right.
a barmaid
Smart.
from Ballarat.
Right.
And trademarked it.
Great.
And we're hoping...
Yeah, world domination with your beautiful wife.
We're hoping to, yeah.
Yeah, right. Why are they so much better here than they are when I buy them from the supermarket?
Well, we're very careful about waiting till they get to a point that they're mature, but we also know that if you picked at the right stage, the flavour will continue to improve because a lot of the flavour in apple in the form of sugar is in the form of starch, which gradually converts to sugar after it's been picked.
Okay.
People come here and pick apples. Sometimes they pick more than they think they need. They come back 3 weeks later saying, are surprised that the apples had kept, that the flavour had improved.
Yeah.
And little Johnny had started eating apples when he'd never eaten apples before in his life. Yeah.
Hey, did I see something in the garage up there as well?
Oh, we've got some Subarus. Yeah, I've been an avid Subaru collector over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fresh fruit and a genuine barn find. Old Brumbies. I know we're going to Bathurst for the gold, but this is gold right here. More after. As much as the detour is about finding those glorious, unexpected pleasures along the way, I just want to drive the car, you know? I just want to be in the car and driving it on beautiful roads like this. Like I could stop in Oberon, I could stop in Hartley, I could look in op shops, but I just want to drive. So I've cobbled together a beautiful, circuitous route where we can experience the vehicle and the driving and look at things that go past. Next time, darling, we'll stop. Next time.
Of course, you can leg it to Bathurst from Bilpin. It's about an hour and a half, but this is a detour. First, enjoy the Bells Line of Road. It's a magic road following the old walking route to the goldfields. And there's still signs of the 2019 fires most of the way. You've seen Bathurst, right? You don't have to have loved it, but you've seen it, the great race. So the track, well, you have to drive it.
Beautiful, historic Bathurst. From the top of Mount Panorama, skyline there, the S's through the Dipper, Forest Elbow, we've got the WRX. I can't stop thinking about the people at SubiNats and how they felt about this vehicle and the heritage and the culture. They love it. It's a true joy. And then Dean was talking about, you know, the fancy bits of it, you know, the symmetrical all-wheel drive, you've got the low-slung boxer engine, how things change from model to model. And in this new one, there's something I love, but not for the obvious reasons. You know I like golf. Well, the dimple pattern on all of these new fairing parts except this bottom scoop. Everywhere else, it's the same as a golf ball dimple pattern. Don't you think that's amazing? It's just part of the culture, part of the heritage. So let's go for a little walk, shall we?
The great race. Motoring fan or not, you kind of have to drive it. At the speed limit, of course, a miserly 60 kilometres an hour. But even at that, you get the idea. As Dean said, it's tight and it's steep, and you can't help but imagine how fast and fun.
So what's it like to drive? Well, Mount Panorama. If you've ever had a big dog on a short lead, a dog that wants to go, you know, or a powerful dog like a staffy or something, that's what this is like. It's a vehicle that really, really wants to go. It's beautiful. It's fast. It's a tamed beast. It'd be nice to see it untamed. But the circuit is an open road with people walking and cars coming the other way, so it's 60 k's an hour and just driving a lower gear. Oh my God. Wow, it's like cruel. It's cruel to come on this track in this car and not be allowed to drive it. That's why you actually join car clubs. So you do have track days where you can drive it properly. SubiNats was perfect for that. Well, that's a bad change. Bad change! He comes into the third corner. He's in second. That's it. And it just keeps going.
Just in case. Of course, there's a stack of other great things to do in Bathurst, and it's also a perfect launching point to Western New South Wales.
Beautiful, isn't it? Which bit? Oh, all of it. The Blue Mountains, the car. What a time we've just had. Donuts in the wet. Wow. I hope you've enjoyed Subaru's Great Australian Detour. Why don't you leave me here while I think about our next adventure together? Maybe we should have gone through the Blue Mountains, but then I wouldn't have got to sample Sweet Julie. We'll see ya.